guys, Jeff here, and today I am hoping that I can finally get on camera Snake's logo lock. It is an American 1100. I've been having trouble with it. I think I finally figured out what to do. He did admit to me that he put in the secret pin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What does it make it, 6 or 7? Whatever it is, he did have one added. Now, what I realized is that my go-to lately has been kind of a medium hook. Specifically, I've been using the 3 from the Reaper set, and it's been getting me nowhere. So since I was able to look at the key back there you go. Since I was able to look at the key, I realized maybe I need just a little more lift. So let's see how the number 4 from the Reaper set does. I am still pretty convinced that there's got to be some like spools in here somewhere. I mean, no, I know there are spools. In proper 1100 fashion, we get all sorts of wonderful false sets. What I'm convinced of is that there's some of those serrated that are causing me trouble. Okay, I don't like how I'm holding this. Let's try again. Alright, 1 is usually not the first to bind, but somewhere back here in the middle is someone that if we tap would usually give a little bit of a false set. I've gotten this open, I think a grand total of like 4 times since I've had it, but only since I switched to the number 4 can I get it consistent. Which is why I figured it's time to share it with you guys and then discover what's inside. Of course, not feeling what I need to feel right now. I've got to lighten up my tension. You get these habits from working on one lock. There we go, that feels better. And I've been working on my smart key, which requires heavy tension. But there we go, I've lightened up my tension, and now I'm getting some false sets happening. Even deeper false set. That one of these last ones that I have to tap, it really is just barely a tap. It's far too easy to overset, and I might have just overset. So I can tell I've lost my false set. Trying to work on the camera here, I can feel the added strain on my hand. I will say this lock, I don't know how well you can hear it, but I am hearing clicks and clunks as I go that are giving me a lot of good indications. If we can just find the right ones to tap. Now, y'all know 1100s are one of my favorite locks, one of my go-to locks. But this one in particular, Snake has put some extra special love into it, seems, and so it's been giving me grief. Let's see, not getting where I want to right now. There we go. There's one of those little taps. Some counter rotation. Okay, means I'm almost there. Basically run a jiggle test. This one's in the back. Now who's hanging up? Haha, there we go. Whew, I was beginning to think that this was not going to be successful. Oh, cramp. Yeah, so the number 4 from the Reaper set was what I needed in order to finally get that open. I have not had it gutted yet. Always love to see what surprises are inside. And there we go. There's the screw. All right. We do have the key. Ooh, and the grease. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's fully pinned with 6. Okay. We'll stick that right there. And move in a little bit more. So I'm not stretching quite so much. All right. And yeah, it's been too long. Who do I use for American? I think it'll be you. Grab a shim. Only need one. We'll clean it up afterwards. It is amazing what a little thing can make such a big difference, because seriously, the Reaper number 3 had been my go-to recently, and I had been using it and been getting nowhere with this lock. And then seriously, just the day before filming this, I realized, what if I just need a little more depth out of things? Move to the number 4. Let's see, pins are that way. Move to the number 4, and it took almost no time. Oh crap, what did I drop? How did I drop? I dropped some drivers. Frick on a stick. Ooh, and there's some goodies hidden there. Alright. Well, we'll get that figured out in a second, I guess. Now I'm bummed because I was excited to maintain exactly how Snake had put this together. Alright. So there's one, a real serrated key pin, another really serrated key pin. Pull this out. All right, 3 is a standard key pin. All right, so shorter ones are standards. 4, 5 is serrated. And come on, 6. All right, so 4 out of the 6 drivers are serrated. I think most of those are kind of the double serration. We'll take a look afterwards. Yeah, that's what I thought. So I'm going to guess that the spool that came out from number 1. And it's not just a spool. It is a serrated spool, which is probably part of why I've been having so much trouble, because I love spools. I hate serrateds. I haven't had too much chance to play with serrated spools. I'm going to put that in 1 for now and assume that this serrated that came out, that this guy probably came out of 2. And then just keep kicking myself. Yeah, those are the ones that are empty. Wait, what? 1, 2, 3 are empty. Now I'm confused. Spring for 1. Oh, I mangled the spring on 3, which held 2 in place. Ooh, different springs too. So 2, this is probably, set that aside, because this fine little serrated, where are we? There we are. Focus, focus, focus. This fine little serrated was still being held in at 2 because of the spring from 3 that I mangled ever so slightly. So I'm gonna say that maybe the spool went into 3 because that's a lower one, so the spool would come into play more. No, I don't think so, because I definitely got a full set when I hit 1. Leaving the serrated there. Maybe there's a better way to put them back, but that's not how things were. And we're doing this with the way things were. Okay. 6 is just a, wait, is it? I thought it was just a basic spool. Something looks funny here. It looks like we can't focus well enough. Can you tell how it almost looks like there's grooves on there? It feels smooth to my thumbnail, but it almost looks like the middle part of the spool is serrated. Interesting. All right, and of course we will do a close-up afterwards. And 5. Turn it the right way. That's not the right way. 5 is just a nice and sharp serrated. Which leaves 4, which is again, much like 1, a serrated spool. So there we go. I don't think he did it like a challenge lock. I think it was pretty much how it came, but he just added in number 6. Let's bring you in here so you can get a better view of these. So I see that we've also got a unique spring in 1. Some of these springs are pretty compressed. I might try to stretch them back out a little bit. Spool, serrated. I know that that was a spool in 1 based on the way things react. So it had to be like that. So I guess that is the setup. Snake, you made me fight for a long time to get here, and I appreciate that. make sure to check out Snake, one of the great lock pickers on YouTube. I know that I'm not the only one that got one of these, and other people have definitely beat me to this, but still, it feels good to finally get that. So thanks again, Snake, for that opportunity. And with that, I'll talk to you all later.